While you were watching something else, the Cubs and Dodgers arrived in Tokyo. They had workouts preparing for the season opener Tuesday. Live coverage on Fox. Javelin throws, unique training, and a lot of eyes in Tokyo this week. Here's Dave Roberts on what to expect.
It's really exciting because we know that almost every morning, in the middle of the morning, the Dodger games are broadcast here in Japan. But this is our first opportunity to come to the country of Japan, the city of Tokyo, and to actually see Japanese people come support us in their home country.
This is just an amazing life experience. So it's hard to find a reason to be in any way negative about this. We get to do this, and I think that puts you in a place of just gratitude, and we're lucky. You know, a lot of the Japanese greats have had very unique batting stances. And who's to say that my stance didn't come from the Japanese greats?
Very good.
That's good. That's
good.
Good.
It's going to be so much fun. And I know that there's a lot of attention being paid out there. Of course, Dave Roberts is born in Japan, so I know it's a thrill for him. This is the 10th time that Major League Baseball has had an opening day outside of the continental U.S., right? Japan, Mexico, we've opened in various countries over the years. It's getting bigger all the time. And you have some first-person perspective on this.
Yeah, 2008, I was part of the Tokyo series when I was with the Red Sox. We opened up against the Oakland A's, and Matty, Craig Counsell said it right. You get to do it. It was such an experience that I absolutely loved. Yeah, my video camera out there. There's Uke. I got to find that footage right there. I've never seen that footage before. That was my camera. But look at Big Poppy. He's got the moss on his head. Petey is coming into his MVP season. But it was an incredible trip. And one of the greatest, Daisuke Matsusaka had a good buddy that was a big money guy, right? He owned an incredible restaurant in Japan and in Tokyo. They shut the restaurant down for us, dude. It was like me, Veritek, Alex Cora, Mikey Lowell, Kevin Cash, bunch of guys. This is what they said. They said the guy went to market and got a $50,000 piece of Matsusaka beef. Cut it up, Matty. You could eat it with a fork.
Kobe beef?
It was better than
Harold,
Kobe.
shut up. Stay on the plane.
You cut it with a fork. It was like a 10-course meal. It was one of the greatest nights ever. But that was part of my experience of being there, and I'm sure these guys are going to have that experience too of going out and getting to enjoy Tokyo. But the fans were incredible too, Matty. The fans were incredible. They got beating those things I don't know what those.
Well, they got the
called.
Organized cheering section.
The Thunder Sticks. The Thunder Sticks. Then I got in for one at bat, a little 4-6-3 piece. That real nice. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I couldn't even move my neck. Next thing you know, I get a curveball right there from Embry. I'm like, I'm gonna hammer this pitch, and I rolled over on it. Unbelievable. But it was incredible.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
cool
it was an
experience for
incredible
players.
experience.
Great for fans, too.
Oh,
I mean, what a
man.
way to open up the season. The energy there has got to be off the charts. And, of course, we had Dave Roberts on the show a couple days ago.
Yeah.
He told us that Shohei and Roki Sasaki and Yamamoto are hosting a private dinner for the players at an undisclosed location, and you know it's going to be the same experience that you had,
It's going
right?
to be incredible, yes.
Here's Ohtani on bringing his boys in blue to his homeland.
そうですね。まあ今までもたくさん素晴らしい選手っていう
It's hard to tell if this is the golden age for Japanese players here in the United States because I know there's been a lot of Japanese players that came before me, but having 5 is a big deal.
そうですね。とにかくたくさんの方が
I really feel the excitement of the country with the games being played here. So, and obviously I'm looking forward to pitching in front of the fans as well. So I want to do my very best to make sure that I do that.
昨日も日本
It makes me very happy seeing my teammates, especially at the party yesterday, take a lot of interest in Japanese culture and just enjoying the whole event. So I've very much enjoyed it.
そうですね、アメリカにいる時はあんまり実感してなかったんですけど、
So it didn't really hit me when we were in the U.S. of how it was going to feel until we came here, and everybody's been enjoying it. But also, ever since we've been at the field, just watching my teammates' faces, and they look ready. So I think everybody's enjoyed it. But now they're looking forward to the actual games.
One of the questions being asked about Shohei Ohtani, as we just heard a rip sound from the Japanese players, 5 of them, as we heard, that are going to be in the Tokyo series this year, is when is he going to pitch? This from Fabian Ardaya. the Shohei Ohtani pitching story. Ohtani said he wanted a little bit of a breather mentally and physically from his pitching rehab, which is why he has slowed down on that front. Said all was going well with his rehab there, but it seemed necessary to slow down the pitching for now. Interesting note. I don't know that we take any pause out of that. I think it's understandable that maybe he just wants to get back to hitting and prepare for opening day. The pitching stuff's going to come down the road.
Yeah, and the rehab for pitching's a lot too. You know, he's coming back, he's getting healthy, but there's also probably some rehab stuff he's still doing to keep his arm strength and all that stuff. And getting ready as a hitter is a full-time job. So I don't know how he does it in the first place, let alone coming back from Tommy John. But They are so loaded in pitching right now that Shohei just stepping back a little bit, I don't think it's that big a deal.
They are loaded. That's a good way
loaded.
To say it. Let's change teams here and go back to social media. This from Ian Brown. Rafi Devers said today he will do whatever they want me to do, end quote, meaning the Red Sox. And I would imagine that he had a nice conversation with Alex Cora about the role he'll occupy this year. Let's listen to some sound.
We spoke already, and I'm good to do whatever they want me to do. I'm here to help, and they know where I stand, but I'm just ready to play. I'm not going to share what we talked about here, just because, you know, those are private conversations. So I told them everything of my point of view, how I see things, and they know that. For me, it's been kind of sad that I've been put out there as someone who's bad for the organization or not about this organization. But I've matured a lot during this, and I'm ready to move forward.
What's not to like? He's tremendous.
He is tremendous, Harold. We're all fans. Case, I'm just curious where you land on this. I mean, it felt like all along Alex Bregman hasn't played a moment at second base yet, and it just felt like he was going to open the season as their third baseman. Do you think Devers, when he's completely healthy, do you think he gets back to share reps at third base, or is he going to DH all year?
I think if Bregman ends up playing third base, I think Devers is going to end up DHing. I really do. And also, too, if you have Hamilton at second, who's a good player, you got Christian Campbell, who's sitting there right there as a prospect. But I think Devers, if he decides that, if Alex Cora decides that's what he's going to do, I think Devers is going to probably DH most of the year.
Yeah, and I don't know what it means.
Think,
well, I feel like the only thing you're sure of is that he's going to DH to start the season. And then, you know, invariably somebody's going to get dinged up. Somebody's going to need to give somebody a blow.
Yeah.
I know this, that our researcher today, the great Eric Nays, told me that all three of their stud prospects homered yesterday.
Yeah.
Including Christian Campbell, who hadn't been swinging the bat much to start camp. It's spring training. Nobody's going to worry about that kind of thing. But when you're trying to play your way into the plans and give folks in the front office a chance to evaluate, when you start one for something, it makes it a little easier for them to say, maybe we send him to Worcester to start the season.
No doubt about it. When you're a young kid, you have to really make an impression big time early on in spring training. So, him not swinging the bats, you know, not helping him, but his home run he hit yesterday to right center, he looks like he's going to be a stud.
Yeah. One last Red Sox fact.
Who cares about the facts?
Oh, come on, Harold. This is a fact. Lucas Giolito will begin the season on the IL, according to Alex Cora. We're going to be tested right away. They're not the only team in the AL East dealing with pitching trouble and injuries. Grayson Rodriguez, we know all about Garrett Cole, Luis Gil. There are a lot of big-name pitchers in that division that are going to start the season on the IL. It's part of the reason why they took the betting futures down for who would win the American League East for about 24 hours, because nobody knew what was going on there with all these pitching injuries.
Yeah, well, man, that's exactly right. And the pitching injuries right now coming out of spring training, man, that's never a good thing.
It's what everybody wants to avoid.